What's going on? Hey, Vincent. What's going on, Vincent? How you doing? Thanks for coming. Good to be here. Nothing much going on around here. Typical Superior, Nebraska weekend. Not a lot. How are you doing? How's everything going for you this weekend? Chad Campster, what's up, dude? Good to see you again. Yeah, I like that picture too, Vincent. I took that today. I wanted to get out and take a few, but I just, for some reason, I got out and took one, and I was going to go find some more spots, and I just didn't. I just ended up driving around thinking. How you doing, Chad? 2 weeks vacation, nice. Awesome, dude. That's good. Everyone needs that. Yeah, Vincent, you are on here early. Usually come in kind of later. That's okay. Earlier the better. Hey, we got 6 people already. Cool. You guys, I do have a video for today. I scheduled it for 9:30 tonight, my time. So I'll probably end up here about 9:15, and then I'll have a video coming out about 15 minutes after that. So I decided to do it after the stream, have it go up after the stream, because I was kind of late getting it up. I was I was late getting it filmed, edited, and everything. And it was, by the time I got that all done, it was like a half an hour before the stream started. So I decided to just go ahead and schedule it for after the stream. So we'll try that. I may do that some other nights too. I don't know. We'll see. I couldn't get it up, so I had to get some pills. And this one's gonna get demonetized. Vincent, there's an editor that I use. It's pretty easy. I use Filmora, Wondershare Filmora, and it's pretty simple and basic. And the more you do it, like most things, you get better at it. It's really user friendly, and you kind of can teach yourself how to use it. So it's not too complicated, but it does everything that I need. So it can do a whole lot more than what I use it for. So like with all things, it gets quicker and easier, and you get better at it as you go, and you learn a couple new tricks here and there every once in a while. So it's worth it. I think it was $69 or something for lifetime. Of course, they always try to sell you more stuff. I get advertisements for them a lot, trying to sell me new features for what I've already got. But it already does everything I need it to and more. So, I mean, it can do all kinds of stuff that I don't even use. So it's pretty cool, though. I like it. And I would recommend it to anybody who is starting out and wanting to do a channel or wanting to edit video or whatever. So I've tried a few of the other ones, and they might be more complicated and they may do more stuff, but they're harder to learn without somebody there to kind of show you. And this one just worked the way my brain works. It all made sense to me right away. So I need a vacation, but I just quit. I just switched jobs. Well, I can't talk tonight, guys. I just switched jobs, so I'm not going to be getting any vacation anytime soon. So I didn't take vacation at the last job for like several years. So I had, after I put my 2 weeks notice, after I got my final check, I got another check for all the vacation time and everything, which was nice, but I hadn't used any of it. And now starting a new job, I got to go like a year before I get any. So I mean, I can get time off. Getting time off isn't a problem, but just not getting paid for it, So I want to go somewhere, anywhere, though. I just want to go anywhere. At this point, I haven't really gone anywhere in so long that any place would be cool. Any other town or anything, just drive 100 miles and stay somewhere for a couple of days would seem cool, just because it wasn't here, We finally had a day without rain. we've been getting storms after storm after storm, and we got a lot of flooding in the fields. I think you guys probably might have saw some of that if you watched some of the videos, but river's getting high and been a little wet. The farmers are all our corn here is only, I don't know, maybe a couple feet high right now because they were so late getting it in. So okay, so hey, Just Dave, what's up, man? What's going on? Thanks for coming in. We got 10 people. We got a few other people here. Only got a couple of guys talking, but that's all right. Everybody speak up. I started working out again last night. I've been really slacking lately. So I got back in the gym last night and tonight before I just finished. So hey, Becky's here. All right. What's up, Becky? Same old stuff for Just Dave. So pretty much the same old here too. I mean, I'm just enjoying life. So when I say same old stuff, it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean bad. So I just been kind of kicking back and relaxing, enjoying the summer weather and enjoying the car and enjoying you guys and being on here. I haven't done anything like super exciting as far as going anywhere or doing anything, but some stuff to the car. I like that. I got a couple things I want to do to the car, trying to decide which one to do. I was thinking about making a video and having you guys vote on what I should do next. My Scat Pack has 18,000. I think we might be pushing 19,000 miles now. I got to get the stuff for an oil change. I'm going to do. It's been to the dealer for all the oil changes so far because we had some free ones and stuff. But those are gone now and all that. So now I think I'm going to buy the stuff and do the oil change myself. Sandra Stanley, are you going to do a tune on your car? I probably will eventually, yes. Just Dave finally washed his car. All right. John Lydon, hello. Thanks for coming back in, John. What's for dinner? I had I grilled some chicken and made grilled chicken sandwiches and sweet potato fries for dinner. Yeah, Sandra, probably will eventually do a tune. I'm having my kids over tomorrow night. My son's back from the Army. He's staying with his mom. And him and my daughter are coming over tomorrow night. I'm going to make spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread and salad. Yeah, I have to document everything. If you save the receipts and all that stuff, for everything, that should be enough documentation. Yeah, I love garlic bread. As a matter of fact, the chicken sandwiches tonight, I put butter and garlic on the buns and grilled it on the grill along with the chicken I was grilling. So that turned out pretty good. It's illegal in some states. Do I make my own meatballs? Yes, I do. Dominic, hello. What's going on, Dominic? Oh, to eat spaghetti without garlic bread? Yeah, that should be illegal. I've done it, though. I have to admit, I think I've done that a few times. Back when I didn't have a lot of money. Some spaghetti sauce and some spaghetti was it. Just pretend I had garlic bread. Yes, I hate to admit it, but I have to admit. I was talking to the kids earlier, and I said, "Hey, you guys, I was just going to order pizzas. I thought we'd order pizzas. I thought that would be cool and convenient." And they had just done that. They were eating pizza as I was speaking to them, so that idea was out. So I said, "Why don't I make tacos and a bunch of other Mexican stuff?" And they had done that last night. So I said, "How about spaghetti and meatballs?" They said, "Okay." So that's how that got decided. My first two things I threw at them, they were doing tonight and last night. So kind of weird. if my other daughter was here, she'd be cooking because she's a really good cook. And she makes all kinds of Asian food. She's half Korean, and she makes all kinds of Asian food and egg rolls and all that good stuff. So, and she loves to cook. So, if she were here, she would probably be. For my meatballs, I like to use Italian sausage, and sometimes Italian sausage and hamburger mixed together. I love cooking. That's my thing. I love to cook, and I love my car. Love music and YouTube. I'm not a fan of the cleaning up, so I'm lucky because I think you guys all heard before. Kim does all the cleanup of my cooking, so I try to keep it under control. I don't go crazy and destroy the kitchen, but I try to clean a little bit as I go. And then when it's all over, she cleans up the dishes, which is really nice because I hate that part. So I'd rather cook 5 meals than do the dishes once, any day of the week. Yeah, I really enjoy cooking. I really do. Kind of. I mean, once in a while there'll be that night, whatever. Once in a while, you come home from work and you're tired, and it's like I don't feel like cooking. But 9 times out of 10, I'm in the mood to cook, and I really enjoy it. So, yeah, Kim's pretty cool. Tail Happy, what's going on? Good to see you. Hey, we're getting a nice crowd here. Cool. I don't think they've ever had linguine and clam sauce, Chad. I made shrimp Alfredo and fettuccine the other night. Not for them, though, just for me and Kim. Kim's doing good. She's working at her new job and enjoying that. And it's a lot different than what she used to do. So, what's up, Jag? How you doing? Yeah, well, I just why I drink that Pepsi. It doesn't shrink the brain. Yeah, I know. I heard Diet Pop, all the chemicals in there are terrible for you. I know. And I tried to stop. I tried again on Kim made me promise I'd stop the other day, and I stopped for half a day and I couldn't do it. I am settling into my newest job, a little more comfortable now, getting better at everything. Jag says, hey, can I get your opinion on something? Should I go Scat Pack, wide body, or Camaro 2SS? Both of them are great choices. I obviously partial towards the Scat Pack, and I love the wide body I got. I was looking at one the other day. It's so beautiful. It's amazing. I would say that they're both great cars. They're both fast. They're both really cool. I think you're going to get a lot more attention from other people in the Scat Pack wide body. It stands out a lot more than the Camaro does, but they're both great cars. You can't really go wrong with either one. So, I know what I'd get, but that's just me. I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't turn down a 2SS either. They're both great cars. So, the Scat Pack wide body is one of those cars that no matter where you are, when you go by, everybody wants to look at it, and a little more so than the Camaro. It's a little bit bigger too. It's going to be more comfortable. So, depending on if you're going to drive it every day, if you're going to take it on trips, if you got kids, things like that, I would definitely say then get the Challenger because it's going to be a much bigger car. The SS is great though. I'm not talking about. Well, if you're going to drive it every day, get the wide body Scat Pack because you're going to be more comfortable. It's a big car, not too big, but it's much more comfortable ride, and you can take it on a long road trip and not feel beat up or anything. So, oh, what the hell? Get one of each. That'd be nice, huh? I like when they have those memes that say they show like a Mustang, a Camaro, and a Challenger and say, which one would you take? I'm like, each manufacturer should send me one to try out for like 3 years. I'll let them know at the end which one I like the best. Yeah, test drive them both for sure. If they'll let you. Some places are getting sensitive about letting you drive those kind of cars, but they'll at least let you drive a lower down version of it probably. Paint's holding up pretty good. The only place is on the door where I must have hit it on something right on the edge of the door. I need to do something about that. Hey, Straight Six Fan, what's going on? Yeah, they want to check. Well, they didn't. Let's see. Trying to remember. We didn't test drive a Scat Pack. They let us test drive an RT because that's all they had on the lot. We ordered our Scat Pack new, so we did test drive an RT. We didn't have to do a credit check, but we did have to get our insurance out and all that stuff. And can't remember. But yeah, I know that even though I went back to Marshall Motors where we bought our Scat Pack at, and they had a new Scat Pack on the lot. And even though I was in a car just like it that I bought from them, they didn't want it. I didn't ask to test drive the car, but I was looking at it and I was kind of really checking it out for a long time, standing around it for 10, 15 minutes. Finally, a salesman came over to see what I was doing. He didn't offer to let me drive it. He didn't really seem interested in trying to sell it to me. He just, I don't know. I mean, I was parked in mine that was actually just as nice as the one I was looking at, but I don't know. Yeah, some places are getting really. I want to do window tint really bad. Kim's not into the window tint thing, so I'd have to talk her into that. I want to do it. I was looking at the picture today of the car that I took, that picture we were talking about, and I was thinking how much better that would look if the windows were dark. Surround Sound Freak 13. Hey, what's going on? Been a while. How you doing? We're getting a nice little crowd going here. Sweet. It's early too. Cool. Yeah, just Dave had the same problem. We went to a bunch of dealerships. One of them had me drive from here to Lincoln, Nebraska, which is about 150 miles. I called them that day. They had an orange Scat Pack on the lot. They said they did anyway. And according to their website and according to the guy and everything, it had been there for like 3 months. So I checked to make sure it was still there. He said it was. I drove all the way there, 150 miles. I got there, and they said, oh, we just sold that car. Darn it. But we have this other stuff for you to look at. I was kind of mad. I think there's about a 1 in 100 chance that they actually sold that car that morning. I think that they just wanted me to. Anyway, they made me mad. I had another one where the guy was like the stereotypical car salesman from a bad movie, you know, where they're all like, hey, you want to buy this car? Let me get you into this car. That kind of guy. And he freaked me out, so I didn't want to buy it. And then finally, this place down in Salina, Kansas, the guy's real cool and just everything was real comfortable and laid back. And his technique was much better. He still tried to sell us a car, but he didn't. He said, hey, you want to drive that RT? Let's fill out this paperwork and you can go. And then come back, and here's the price I can get you a Scat Pack for. And I said, oh, that's too much. And he said, well, let me check again. And I said, that's still too much. And I said, well, let me think about it and we'll leave. And then he called me like an hour later and said, we can get it for this price. And we came back and did the deal. So they were very cool. Let's see. Let me catch up on the comments here. Vince is still trying to convince wife to get a Charger Scat Pack. Yeah. Get her in one. Surround Sound Freak 13 in the middle of haggling for dealerships for an RT. How you been? Hey, man, that's cool. All right. Get that car. Greg Camacho, what's going on? How are you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you being here. Hey, John Paul is in the house. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Tail Happy ended up sealing the deal with the Hellcat. I told you guys about that. Cool. Oh my God. Sweet. So you got a decent price on your car and you're going to get the Hellcat. Nice, nice, nice. That's exciting, man. I'm excited. That's really cool, dude. Oh, that's pretty exciting. John, I have not. Is that the one? I'm not sure which one that is. I've seen a few different razors lately. I use the Harry's razors. You know, you join the club and they send you new ones every couple months or whatever it is, with some shaving cream. They're really good razors. I really like them, and it's a pretty good deal. Although you can buy them at Walmart now, so I don't really need to join the club anymore. But Greg Camacho, good brother. You got movers coming Monday, getting ready Fort Riley. Well, that's not too far from me. My son is back from the Army. He's in New York at Fort Drum, but he's back right now. He's back here right now for a week and a half. Straight six guy. Yesterday we got back from our road trip. Probably did 2,500 miles. Wow, in the EcoBoost, and decided, oh wow, really? So you got like a couple of shots worth of oil in there. Huh? That's bad. Probably. Well, maybe that's a little bit more than I would think. Dominic says, looks like there's a live stunt bike jump on History Channel. Cool. I don't think that there's a big difference. I'm not sure on that, Jag. Hellcat versus Scat Pack gas mileage. Scat Pack gets pretty bad gas mileage, so I don't know if the Hellcat's a whole lot worse. Yeah, Tail Happy, that's exciting news, man. Hellcat, hell yeah. Yeah, that would be cool, man. Greg, we should do that. Yeah, I know. I want to get a drone really bad. I get these little things where I got to have something. Lately, it's like, I got to get a drone. I'd probably just crash it, but. Tail Happy, what now? It was sitting in the front of the detail shop getting ready to get cleaned up for the trip. Oh, God. Your car guy. Oh, no. You got to be kidding me. I think they're pretty close, Jag. I don't think there's a huge difference. Anybody know? I can't. Somebody could probably Google real quick what the MPG on a Hellcat is. Yeah, I know that. Well, I should say in my Scat Pack, around town it's really bad, but out on the highway at like 65 or 70 in cruise control in sixth gear, it's actually in mid to high 20s depending on the road and stuff. So it's not that bad, and I tend to have a lot of fun too. So if I consciously choose to try to get decent gas mileage, I can, but it's hard to because you want to do stuff in the car and that kills the gas mileage like that every time you do it. So. Tail Happy, that is a crazy story, man. Yes, your MPG is. I don't think there's a huge difference. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I still had to pay a I don't know $1,000 or $1,200 gas guzzler tax on the Scat Pack because it's a manual. The automatics get better gas mileage, so you don't have to pay that on the Scat Pack, but it's $1,500 for the automatic. I wanted the 6-speed anyways, but yeah, I had to pay. I can't remember if it was $1,000 or $1,200. I'd go look at the window sticker. I can't remember now. Tail Happy, that is terrible, man. Is it gonna be? Oh man, that's just bad news, dude. Jag, you've been driving for a year now. Do you think you should get a Hellcat? You've only been driving for a year? I'd say both of those cars are going to be a handful. If you've only been driving for a year, just going to have to be super careful, and it's going to be a lot different than probably, what you're used to. And I don't know. Most people have an accident in their first year of having a driver's license. I think it's like 50, or it's actually more than 50%. I said most. So I believe it's like 50, 60, 70%, something like that. People have an accident the first year of driving. So, Dominic gets 10 to 15 on the city and 20 to 25 on the highway. It's about the same. I can get like 27 if I really baby it. And that one time I was getting like 27 or 28 average, but I had perfectly flat ground. I was in sixth gear doing the highway, and I think I had the wind behind me. So it was kind of pushing me along a little bit. There was a real strong wind kind of pushing me. So I was pushing 30 miles to the gallon. I got like 28 or something. So I took a picture of it. I have that picture somewhere. So yeah, 13 and 22 isn't that different. I don't know what the Scat Pack's supposed to get either, but it's about the same. So Tail Happy is going to regroup, save some money, and go for a used Hellcat wide body. Well, that would be really cool. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise, dude. Yeah, I also think if you're in the market for Hellcats, Scat Packs, Camaro SSs, things like that, you shouldn't even be worried about gas mileage, because you're not going to get any kind of a fun car that gets good gas mileage. So they all get crappy gas mileage. So. The Scat Pack wide bodies I do believe they have line lock, the 2019s. The manuals, I think they all do. Thank you. I love it too. Jags had no accidents. Well, that's good. Keep it that way. And if you get a fast car like that, you just got to be really careful. And they'll get away from you really quick, and things happen awful quick with that much power and stuff. So just take it easy and little by little learn what the car can do. Every car has its limits, so, and every driver too. So. Do I have a dash cam? Are you talking to me? I do not have a dash cam. I need to get one, though. Becky Ware says about 12, 14 in town. Yes, that's my driver. Yeah, probably you're driving. And plus, that's probably around town. They really are bad. I mean, on the highway, they just kind of kick into loping right along, and it's not so bad. But the stop and go stuff, pretty rough on these cars. So, yeah. Greg Camacho, I don't know much about the Pedal Commander. I've heard varying stories. Some people seem to love it. Other people say it's just a gimmick. It just basically makes more throttle response. I don't know. I haven't used one. I haven't driven a car with one. So Jag, I would just say be very careful when you get a fast car like that. Just be super careful. Take it little by little, and don't go out and do anything crazy right away. Wait till you kind of become one with the car before you get too aggressive with it. Mike by the Sun, what's going on? Speaking of Hellcats, there's the expert on Hellcat shopping right there. Mike by the Sun. Check out his videos, guys. We're talking to used Hellcats here again, and Tail Happy here, and he had one. He had the deal done, and it got hit by it got hit while they were cleaning it up for him. So. Yeah, I should get a dash cam. It's one of those things I always think I should get. And one of these days I'm probably going to wish that I had one, so. Jag says, learn your car before you do mods. Yeah, learn your car before you do anything to it, and also before you drive it too fast. You don't want to jump in and start doing crazy stuff. Wait till you kind of feel comfortable with the car. Little by little. Take it easy, especially if you've only been driving for a year. You don't want to get one of these cars and and ruin your experience, if you know what I mean. So, hey, Danette Sunby, what's up? Danette's in the house. Yeah, his ears must have been burning. Boise City is here. Damn, everybody's here tonight. This is great. You guys rule. Straight six is glad to do the catch can, Danette. Yeah, line lock for the 2019. There was a 2019 Octane Red Skypack wide body in town the other day. Guy I worked with thought it was my car for a minute, and I was like, "That's not my car." Anyway, I wish it was my car. I walked over and looked at it. It was parked down the street, and yeah, man, it's beautiful. Yeah, we got a full house here. This is great. Is the playback not good? John Lydon has a V6 Grand National E85 two pumps. You get 12 miles to the gallon. Wow. Vincent Medrano, hey, have I heard of a YouTuber named Fat Cat? I don't think I have. I wouldn't discourage anybody from buying one of these kind of cars, even though you haven't been driving long, but I just would say be very, very careful. You want to enjoy the car, not have your experience ruined by something bad happening. So take it little by little. I will check that out, Vincent. Fat Cat, once again, I have forgot to bring a pad of paper in here. I'm going to put one in here and just leave it. There's always stuff you guys are always telling me stuff, and I want to write it down, and I forget. And then the only way for me to go back is to go back through the whole video and look at it again, and that's a little time consuming. So I guess I could probably do. There's other ways I could do it here, but I'm too lazy. So. Yeah, Chad, that's right on that insurance cost. If you've only been driving for a year, you're going to have huge amount of insurance, but yeah, Buick Grand Nationals are cool. There was a guy here in town that had one, but he was a police officer here in town. He had a Buick Grand National he took out once in a while, but he's not here anymore. So John Lydon says he had a 1988 brand new Mustang GT at age 18. It was $261 a month. That was a lot of money, especially back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, like Boise, I kind of feel that way too. And I don't want to tell people not to buy something that they want, but yeah, a year, like that's crazy. Like they, most young drivers have some sort of an accident within the first year of driving. So at least a fender bender or something, we're off into the ditch or a rear ender or something like that. Almost all of it, it's very, very common. So, and the more power you got, the more likely it is to be something bad, Mike by the Sun says, keep the Octane Red Scat Pack, Joy 66. In your opinion, it's one of the best colors and the best bargain trim. You love your Hellcat for your needs. The 392 is the best bang for the buck. Yeah, I think it's the best bang for the buck, but you always just want more. I do think that the Scat Pack is the best bang for the buck. I mean, like I was saying before, we could have bought a new Hellcat when we bought the Scat Pack. We could have done it. It wouldn't have been something we couldn't do. It just seemed like so much more money, and it was going to maybe – I wouldn't say it was going to be more stress paying it, but it just seemed like it was a lot more money. So, and I like the whole bang for the buck thing is what turned me, to the Scat Pack. So, Alan Osborne's here. Hey, thanks for coming in, Alan. Yeah, Greg, agree with that too. You only live once, so you want to do things, but you got to be safe about it too. So you want to make sure that life is long and happy, not short and thrilling, and or even worse, if you were to hurt yourself to the point of messing yourself up for the rest of your life, or somebody else would be even worse. But yeah, the 5.7 Hemis are nice. They're great cars, plenty of power. Most of these cars, even the Scat Pack, most people, even like myself, very rarely are you going to use the full potential of that car. So it's there and you have it, but it's not like you're out using all 485 of those horsepower all the time. Everybody wants to build their car up, and I do too. And I want to do some stuff to the car and all that stuff too. But really, 99% of the people that have these cars never really bring them to their full, use them for what they are capable of. Very, 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 very little. So. Becky says she thinks you should get more experience driving before you get a muscle car. That's probably good advice. I'm torn. I don't want to ever tell anybody not to get what they're dreaming of, but just if you do it, be super, super, super careful. Take it easy and give yourself time to learn the car before you. Yeah, that's my Mr. T shirt. It says, "Shut up, fool." Yeah, the RT, the 5.7 is pretty fast. So a 5.7 is going to be faster than most cars you're going to pull up next to. So. Boise City says you've been driving since you were 17. You're currently 34, and you've learned a lot of things in 17 years of driving on the road. Always vigilant when driving. Yeah, I think most of us who are older and stuff, we've all learned a lot of stuff. Some of it we learned the hard way, or I've had a few close calls when I was young. Thank God nothing bad ever happened, but I can think of a couple times in particular where I did something stupid and I kind of got away with it. But it teaches you a lesson, So. Becky wears 5.7 is more than a kid needs. That's too, but I know when I was that age, if I could have gotten a really fast car, I would have wanted one too. So. Yeah, that's the other thing about an RT. You get a used RT really, really for a really good deal. So. John Lydon started with a 70 AMX 390. Sweet. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Be careful. That's kind of what I'm saying. If you want to do it, do it. I'm not going to discourage you, but just be really careful. Take it easy. Straight 6 then says first speeding ticket was 90 and 65 with an inline 6, 95 Ford F-150. Yeah, you can go really fast in just about any modern car or truck. So their top speeds are pretty, dangerously high in all of them. So you got to be careful no matter what you're driving. My first real car that I actually drove all the time was a 1975 Mercury Cougar XR7, and I drove that thing. I didn't get a ticket, but I remember going about 120 miles an hour one night in it, thinking that was fun, and it scared me a little bit too, but but I got away with it and realized now how dumb it was to be doing that in that car, but. Dominic Scully says, when you're 17, you're getting in trouble with the 4-cylinder. Yeah, you can do that too. Hey, the last time I got pulled over, I was driving a Toyota Prius, so I wasn't speeding though. I pulled out of in the middle of the night, I pulled out of a lit parking lot and forgot to turn my lights on. and the cop thought I might have been drinking. So he pulled me over to check if I had been drinking. He didn't give me a ticket because I was fine. I just had really bright parking lot, and I forgot to turn the headlights on because I usually drive the Challenger, and they come on automatically. And yeah, that whole deal. So I pulled out, and it took me about a half a block or so before I realized something wasn't right. And then about the same time I realized my lights weren't on, he lit me up at the same time. So. Chad's first car was an 81 Monte Carlo with the V6. My first car was that Cougar, but my first car that I drove around quite a bit in was my mom's car, and it was a 1980 Buick Regal with the V6. Very similar car to yours there, Chad. Monte Carlo and the Buick Regal were pretty much the same car. V6 Buick Regal was gray. It was slow. I still drove it like a maniac sometimes, though. John Lydon at age 47, you got a $1,200 ticket in the Grand National. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, I'm going to drag race the Prius against the Challenger one of these days. Yeah, speed is addicting, and acceleration is addicting, and taking corners fast is addicting, and all that stuff. So. Surround sound freak. The first car was a 97 Escort. You loved it. My girl at the time. Your girl took. I had a 90, or no, I had a 93 Ford Escort. That was the first new car I ever bought. It was a 1993 Ford Escort with a manual transmission. It had no radio, no air conditioning either. John had to get an attorney to keep his license. Oh, man. How do I contain myself in my Scat Pack? Well, I really don't. I just try to be careful. And I don't, like I said before, I don't speed. I don't like get out on the highway and go really fast for long stretches. I drive the speed limit 98% of the time I'm driving the speed limit. I tend to do a quick pull or see how fast I can, whatever, do some stuff when I'm for like a minute at a time every once in a while. So that doesn't mean I can't get caught. I also have a radar detector and all that stuff, which has saved me a couple times. But yep, Chad had a key and a heater. That's about it. But I love this, like my new car. I could go anywhere. Female Escort. John Lydon, from age 16 until now, you're 51. You've had 22 speeding tickets. I've only had one speeding ticket. I had one speeding ticket and one ticket for not having an emissions sticker on my car in Colorado back when we had to have one. They didn't even have to have them anymore. But then I got pulled over. I've been pulled over a few times, but I don't think I've gotten any of that. To think. I'm getting old. I can't remember anything anymore. I don't think I've had any other tickets. Been pulled over a few times for like the time with no lights and a couple other times, but I think I got let go. Yeah, John's got lead in his shoes. John drives a Focus ST for your daily now. That's a pretty cool little car. Boise City says they think the fastest you've ever gone is 105 miles, and that's the fastest I would ever go. I've gone quite a bit more than that, and it's, yeah, a couple times. I hate to admit this, but I go 105 on a pretty regular basis. Yeah, with these cars, especially with the Hellcat, I'm sure, but even with my car, even just a quick pull and I look down and I'm doing, 110, 120 or something, just, in a few seconds. So Surround sound is keeping his 2004 Kia Optima as a work car, and you keep your RT as a weekend car. We've been driving the other cars more and more lately. The Scat Pack has been staying in the garage more and more. Driving the Saturn and the Toyota quite a bit. Like I went to Omaha the other day and back 400 miles, and I was really wanting to take the Challenger, but the price difference in gas was just, it was going to be $75 or $80 in gas for the Challenger, and it was going to be $20 in gas for the Toyota. So I may take him back to Omaha to the airport in the Challenger, though. I still might. We'll see. Plus, I'm getting close to oil change time, and if I drive that 400-mile round trip, it's going to be much closer. I need to get that done in the next month or so. So, John Lyden says, knock on wood, you never had any accidents. That's good. Boise City said you were involved in 3 wrecks in 2015 and 2016. Good Lord. It's in the garage. I wish I would have did the ceramic coating on my car when I got it. I still could, but Mike by the Sun says if you do it all over, you'd keep your 392 or get a 1320. Yeah, that would be an idea right there. You love your Hellcat, but it can't get the power to the ground. Yeah, I can't, even though I got new tires, I got 305s on there now, even on the Scat Pack, it's still hard to get it. It still doesn't want to hook up. It's a lot better than it was, way better, but yeah, that's why I always tell people Greg Camacho says traction is the most with any muscle car. Yeah. Everybody like, what should the first mod I do be when they get like a Scat Pack or something? And I'm like, first, before anything, you got to, tires and stuff, because you can put all the power you want under that hood and it's not going to do you any good. And if you can't put it to the ground, what's the point? So. John Lyden says you're taking the Grand National out. You always get someone who wants to play. It's a 1080 car on drag radius. Cool. Boise City says since you've had your driver's license, you've had 5 to 6 tickets, 3 for speeding, and the other were at fault wrecks. Oh, wow. Surround Sound says his wife is watching your stream right now. Hello, wife. Hello. She says hi and wants to know if your girl loves to drive or be a passenger. She loves both. She likes to drive. She's a very good driver. She wanted the manual too, and so she loves driving that car. But she also likes to, well, I don't know if she likes to be a passenger. Sometimes, a couple times she's gotten mad at me, but Giovanni, hello. What's up, Giovanni? You want a Scat Pack, but you're afraid of the insurance. Well, check into the insurance and, before you do it. And a good thing to do with insurance, I always tell people, is find an independent insurance agent. Instead of just calling all the different companies or whatever, or getting online, if you find an independent insurance agent, they work with a whole bunch of different companies, and they'll be able to find you the best deal for you. They'll do the work for you. So. No, I have 10.5-inch wheels on the back and a 9.5 on the front, Greg. I got Hellcat replicas. Because on the stock wheels, all I could do was like 275, and I wanted to go more. So I got 275s up front with 9.5s, and then I got 305s on the back with 10.5s. You're 24-year-old, Giovanni, and you want to get a Scat Pack. Depending, you got a decent driving record. It also depends on where you live too. Different parts of the country can be radically different in insurance costs. I live in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska, so insurance is pretty low here. there's a lot less chance of something happening to the car where I live. So. John Lyden says, you would never post any videos of your car on YouTube. I would never do that either. Okay, I'm a liar. Ooh, Central California. That's going to be tough. You're going to have high insurance. California is an expensive place. The gas and insurance, and it's going to be tough. Yeah, rates will go down when you turn 25. And if you have any desire to move to a normal state that's not crazy, yeah, if you were to get married, that would help. And being 25, you keep your driving record clean, and also your credit rating affects your insurance too, and where you live, a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, I don't think there's a big difference. So I've heard a couple people that made comments on my videos, and I've seen people like on Facebook and stuff, and some of the Challenger forums and stuff, Mopar stuff on there, who actually ended up somehow an insurance going down when they bought a Hellcat. I don't know why. Who knows? Insurance is weird, but yeah, stay off the weeds. Don't drink. Don't. Okay, well then you got good credit. That's going to help you. Move to Nebraska, Giovanni. You'll have no problem. It'll be like $120. Mine's like $100. You'll be bored as hell. You have a lot of money. JD, what's going on? I'm looking at a couple things. I'm thinking about doing strut braces. I want to do a Hellcat lower air box and a few other things. I was going to come up with a few ideas and let you guys do a video, or let everybody vote on what I should do next to the car. I might do that. So you went for a quote and it was $220 for, that's really, I mean, I'm surprised it was that low. That's not that horrible from what I mean, compared to a lot of other people I've heard, that $220 isn't that bad. I mean, I've heard some horror stories of $300 or $400, so. Greg Camacho says, you have the 392 Daytona. Your plans are getting some 11-inch replicas and going with 315s for the rear, but you have to get some 3mm spacers. Yeah. I was under my car the other day, and boy, it is really close. The 305s are that close to rubbing on but it's just on that plastic inner wheel well thing there. And the part where it's almost touching, it's real close, but I think a lot of people are saying they're just cutting that little part off or heating it up and kind of bending it back a little bit, which I could, if it was touching, I would, but it looked, from everything I can see, it's just, I got a little bit of room there, and I've looked all around. It doesn't look like it's been rubbing or anything, so. Chad Ketcher says, you live in Nebraska. You're bored as hell and you don't have any money. But you know what's not boring is when you get out of town a couple miles and you got these big, long, rolling hills of highways and an occasional curve here and there, and there's nobody around for miles and miles, and you have a fast car. That's not boring at all. I bought the total package. I bought a staggered set of wheels and tires from Factory Reproductions on their eBay site. They have an eBay store, and they have some setups already on there. You can buy them, you know, they already have it set up for your car or whatever. So I think they might do a 315 setup too. I think they probably do. The only problem was and I think I've told this story a few times on here, so forgive me for those who've already heard it. The TPMS sensors that they put in there did not work. Gave me all kinds of trouble, so I called them. They sent me some other ones that are guaranteed to work, which they are working, but I had to take them to the tire shop and have them, you know, swapped out. I had to send the old ones back to them, and they're supposed to reimburse me for the bill at the tire shop, and I have not been reimbursed yet. Although they did send me an email the other day saying it just got lost there in the shuffle, and they're going to take care of it. So we'll see. Because it was $140 to swap those things out. So. JD, I don't think there's any blind spots. People always talk about the blind spots, but if you adjust your side mirrors properly, there are no blind spots. There's a spot where when you're turning back to look, you can't see, but you can see between the rearview mirror and the side mirrors, you can see everything. A lot of people like to have their side mirrors turned in too far. If you're looking at the side of your car in your side mirrors, they're not adjusted right. You don't want to be looking at the side of your car. So. And yeah, I've had trouble with that. I keep, thank God for the rear camera, though. I will say that when you put it in reverse, you got the rear camera, which is very, very nice because it is a little. You can't see much out the back window. You can see through the rear view mirror, but it's a pretty high view, so you can't see the ground back there very good. So. Chad Kenster, you have to rely on the motorcycle for speed thrills now. That's what's cool about motorcycles. They're all pretty fast. Even the big Harleys are they're not fast for motorcycles, but they're still faster than almost all cars. So. Yeah, if I didn't have that rear view camera, backing out of the driveway stuff would be a little intimidating, but I guess I would get used to it. But as far as like highway driving or around the city driving and stuff and changing lanes and all that. So JD, I do drive in the snow. I have several videos of me driving in blizzards and snow and all that good stuff. And it's really no big deal. You gotta drive like you're driving your grandma to church. But you can still get around. So. My bike has been sold. I sold it. I put it up and it sold within a few days. I probably should have asked more money for it. So Becky, you do not have a rear view camera? Oh man, yeah, that would be rough. I do depend on that camera quite a bit. Yeah, like in parking lots, and you guys have seen in my videos. Probably if you've seen my videos, you've seen my big long driveway. I got to back way the hell out of there, so it helps a lot with that. But yeah, JD, on the winter driving, it's really not a big deal. You just have to realize, okay, today I'm going to have to drive slow and take it easy and pay attention. And it's a little bit stressful, but it's nothing bad. It's just like, it's not a lot of fun, but you don't get stuck or anything like that. Just keep in mind, all your grandparents and your parents and your great-grandparents, just like mine, they were all driving big rear-wheel drive American cars all winter long. And they got through it, and these cars are better than those cars were. So, Greg, I think they, God, I saw those somewhere. I'm trying to think. I believe there are some on eBay. There's a company selling them on eBay too. The 392 Daytona replicas. Pretty sure, because I like those. They look really cool. I'm falling behind on comments. I don't have blind spot monitors. Surround Sound says you forgot to tell me you thought about the other day you were getting a recall done at Kia and you heard a loud roar of an engine. I said to myself, that sounds great. Yeah. That was a Scat Pack. Cool. Yeah, Jay, I think you'll be okay. you might want to throw some snow tires on the back in the winter time. Some winter tires back there. I just drive with the regular tires here in Nebraska, so but we don't have a lot of hills, but we got horrible weather here. We get ice storms and snow. I've had it up a few hills though, so it's not too terrible, but it's not the ideal snow car, but it's not a big deal either, you know. There's maybe we've had the car for almost 2 years now, and through 2 winters. And I think I don't know, there was a few days when I didn't want to take it out. I could have if I had to. Most of the time, we just take it, even in the snow. There was a few times when I drive another car. We have 3 other cars. But if I had to take it, I wouldn't freak out either. So if you get a foot of snow or something, you're not going to want to take it in that. But the only issue I can really think of is sometimes you got to dodge some of those giant chunks of ice in the road. If you get those that fall off cars and things like that, that's really the only. Tail Happy likes the headline pick for today's chat. Cool. Thank you. I do all the detail myself. I do take it through I like to get the salt off from underneath. I don't know how good of a job it does, but I take it through the no touch automatic. It does a, underneath wash too. I'm not sure how good of a job that does, but. JDS, the day you guys picked up the car, you saw that video. Be truthful. How long did it take you for the smell to go away? I don't think it's ever gone away. Whenever I don't know. Well, sometimes I'm not smiling, but I'm always happy. Yeah, it took a long time. Even going to bed that night and stuff is like, I can't believe it. I wanted to go back out in the garage and just look at it. I think I did. And still, to this day, when I get out of the car, like to walk into work or to walk into a store or to walk in the house, I still turn to look at it. And when I go to close the garage door, I take one last look, and walking across parking lots, I still take a look. And sometimes it's like, damn, I can't believe that that's my car, it's cool. So you don't get tired of it. Use a lawn sprinkler under the car. That's an idea. Dave, you miss winter? How could you miss winter? Yes, Chad, that's called love. I don't hear the people that miss winter. I do know a few people who like winter, I guess, come to think of it, but I hear a lot of people here all summer they're just excited about football season coming up, and that's all they care about. And I'm like, no, I don't want football season to come up because that means we're going to go into winter. Who cares about football? I want summer, man. Yep, I think people who love their car, you always look back, one last look. And sometimes I'll just stick my head out the door at work or whatever to go look at it real quick. Yep, still there. Becky says she's had hers for almost 5 years now, and you still look at her in the driveway and smile. Yep. I did that with all my Harleys and all that too. Sometimes it's like, I can't believe that's my bike. It's just cool. It's fun. Just Dave, you're melting. So just Dave, you're not a fan of the hot weather? Is that what you're saying? Boise City's back in the house. Yeah, Greg, check that out. There's a lot of companies on there with stores and stuff. So, and check out Factory Reproductions. I don't know if they do those or not. You guys, I have a video queued up for tonight. It'll be going on at 9:30 my time, so in about 40 minutes from now. I made the video today, and by the time I got it edited and ready to go, it was getting almost time to do this stream. So I decided to schedule it for after the stream. So check it out if you can. John Lydon's getting out of here. He's got to get ready for work. Don't remind me. My work's pretty easy, though, so. Unfortunately, my work is now a lot easier. I'm bloating up. I need to get some exercise because my work isn't very physical anymore. Yeah, John, have a good day at work. Let's see. JD says he subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Very much. Thank you. When do you think you'll be reviewing the suspension? I haven't done any suspension upgrades. I've done wheels and tires. I haven't done a lot of real upgrades. John Lydon is a union pipe fitter for 30 years. Have a good one. Boise City says your Pontiac G6 sucks in the snow. You lose traction in just 3 inches. That's weird. You'd think that would be an okay little car in the snow. I think my sister had a G6. It blew up. Yeah, she did. Or I think the motor blew up in her G6. I remember her sending me pictures. She was out on the highway stuck. And then she's had a couple of Chevy Cruises since then. She's on her second one of those now. I want to do the Hellcat lower air box next. I think that's probably what I will do. I may use my next YouTube money for June, which I'll get paid for this month. I'm going to use it for something for the car. Mom's Ford Fusion gets better traction. Yeah, I would assume those do pretty good too. Put some mutters on the front. Yeah. If it doesn't stop raining, I might need mutters on the back and front. Yeah, that's weird. They got rid of the Cruises. I just saw she bought that one used. I think it's like a year old. And then like the next day or two after that is when they announced they weren't going to be making them anymore. And I was like, oh, wow. Joey's a true Mopar love. Yep, I love my Mopar. I really like all the seasons except winter. I could do without winter. And if we have a mild winter, I don't really even mind that. And we had several mild winters in a row, but this last one was hell. I go crazy. I can't stand like being in the house and kind of stuck and can't really go anywhere. And I mean, you can go anywhere, but it's like a major ordeal. You know, you got to put on 14 layers of clothes and all that crap. I hate that. I love spring, summer, fall. You just like, oh, I think I'm going to do something and head out the door and do it, you know? Yeah, freezing cold hurts. If you got to work outside and do anything, everything hurts. If you slip, you're trying to wrench something and you slip and hit your hand on something, it like hurts like 100 times worse than it does any of the other seasons. It's terrible. Yeah, I'm from Detroit originally, or Michigan, Detroit area. And then Colorado is where I grew up. And then somehow I ended up in Nebraska. My flag is waving from the ceiling fan. Yeah, the Fusion's going to be gone too. The Fords aren't going to make cars anymore except for the Mustang. So Chevy might be getting rid of the Camaro. I hope not. So yeah, everywhere I've ever lived has had cold weather. Michigan and then Colorado and then to here. But Colorado wasn't as bad as here. Colorado we get a lot of snow, but it would usually be gone really quick too. So we get a lot of nice weather over the winter, actually, believe it or not. So Yeah, there's not going to be too many American cars left. It's all SUVs and crossovers and pickups. Like, I don't know what the bigger cities are like, but if you come to the more rural areas of Nebraska and smaller, medium-sized towns in Midwest and all that, I used to see pickup after pickup after pickup, and SUVs and crossovers. Nice pickups too. I mean, some of these, $80,000 pickups and stuff. That's just insane. But yep, Warren. I was born in Warren, Michigan. Lived in Utica, Warren, and Royal Oak, and yep. For a guy who doesn't like winter, I sure end up someday. I think I was telling you guys the other night in the other stream that I've been looking, searching for places to live that don't have extreme weather. They don't get too hot. They don't get too cold. And like Reno, Nevada was one of them, and Little Rock, Arkansas area was another one. So maybe just might go to one of those places. I love the B5 Blue. My girlfriend is not a fan of the B5 Blue. She thinks, what does she say? It looks trashy or something, or trailer park. I can't remember what her word is, but she's not a fan of that color for some reason. I love it, but Boise City says, Becky, where you at? Trucks and SUVs are popular in Idaho. Yeah, it's Colorado too that way, but some of these guys, they buy these super nice pickups. I mean, they're super expensive, way more than my car, and they're beautiful, and they're like a Cadillac inside or a Lincoln or something or whatever, super luxurious, but they're afraid to use them for anything like, pickup truck type stuff. So I don't really see the point in having a pickup that you're afraid to throw stuff in the back. I'd rather have a beat up old Ford or Chevy or Dodge pickup that I just kept running and take it out when I need it to work or whatever, for something to throw shit in or to haul stuff and not worry about scratching it. I don't really see the whole point of a super nice pickup. I don't get it, but although I did have a 68 Ford pickup that was kind of like a little hot rod type thing, lowered and all that stuff. It really wasn't good for hauling stuff either. So I guess I shouldn't talk. John, I can't see the name. Warner. What's up, John? Philly with the red eye. Cool. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Camaro sales went way. I mean, the Challenger passed up the Camaro a little while ago, which was kind of shocking, and then Camaro sales have dropped. That new the new restyle they did looks terrible. So we're going to try to fix that, I think. But it just looks boring. It's not a bad car. They're good cars and all that, and they're fast, and they're just boring looking. They look like a Malibu with two doors and a little bit wider. Chad Camster B5 Blue looks like the eyeshadow from a slightly naughty girl in high school. Yeah, kind of does, huh? That's a good. Yeah, I like that. That kind of does. Dominic says the problem with the Challenger, Camaro, Mustangs, everybody likes them, but they don't buy them for whatever reason. I guess that's why sales are down. Yeah, well, they're not very practical. I mean, most people, if you're younger, you're probably getting ready to have kids, or you have some little kids, so that's not practical, and you have to be able to either have that as your second car or live in an area or not have kids or something, so John Warner says you watch all the content. Thank you, man. Thanks a lot, John, for watching. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are all amazing. Thanks a lot. So John says, what's up with the Challenger? Is it going away? No, I don't think it's going anywhere. But with the sales going down on all three of the cars, the Mustang, Challenger, and Camaro, it could be a little scary, but Challengers are still selling pretty well as far as Dodge products go. So muscle cars are dying off again, says Boise City. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope there's a resurgence. It is kind of going down, but there is, some other stuff going on too that I talk about in the video tonight that could be good news. That video will be up in half an hour. Surround Sound says it's been a great live stream, Joey. Thanks for doing this and letting us hang out. I got you ready for bed. I'll keep you updated, hanging for that. Yeah, keep us updated on that, Surround Sound. Let us know about the car. Thanks for coming in, man. Get some sleep. Appreciate you being here. You guys are all awesome. Tail Happy thinks they'll all be gone in 5 years. I don't think so. 570 Experience, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. John Warner thinks the price point for the Sky Pack is good. I think so too. I think it's we were talking earlier about it kind of being the best bang for the buck. I kind of think it is. Yeah, Chad, think of the children. We have to ban muscle cars. Yeah. You ban everything that could possibly hurt anybody. Danette Sunday says there's millions out there that will be available for a long time. Yeah, but just maybe not new, so we'll see. I kind of think something's going to happen with the Camaro. I don't think it'll go away. They're talking 2023, which is still, 3 model years away, so, or 4 or whatever. So we'll see. Yeah, GM's been going through some weird times. I mean, the new Corvette and everything should be really, really cool. And I'm excited about that. But everything else they're doing just seems like they're just off a little. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Greg Camacho has, you have all 3 American muscle cars. You have a 2010 Camaro 2SS, sweet. 2018 Mustang GT Performance Package, cool. And hands down, the Daytona 392 is your favorite. That's very cool. That's awesome that you got all 3. That would be great. I love all 3 of them too. I'm not super Mr. Mopar guy. That's what I drive and that's what I love. But I really like the other cars too. So huge fan of Mustangs. New Camaro is the Blazer. The Blazer is disappointing too, I think. Now, from what I've seen, if Ford does the Bronco again with the pictures and drawings and stuff, they look really cool. So we'll see if they're going to do that, though. Yeah, Jim's been in kind of a weird funk for a while. Tail Happy, thank you. Thanks for coming in, man. See you next time. It's 570 Experience says Ford's coming out with a new crossover SUV called the Puma. Any thoughts? I don't know anything about that. Crossover SUV, that's what we need, is more crossovers. There's just not enough. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to get to the day when we can't buy a car anymore. We got to buy crossovers and SUVs. Not that I have anything against them. The crossovers bore the heck out of me. I'd rather have a minivan. I'm serious. Boise City's heading out of here too. Have a good week, Boise. Take care up there and be good. And hope to see you next week or maybe sooner if I'm on again. I try to get on during the week again. I like doing that. So I had a good time the other night. Yeah, Lamborghini makes a reasonably priced SUV. I think it's pretty cool though. JD, you have 6-year-old twin girls who been car shopping with me who can't wait for the Challenger. Does your daughter still love it as much as you do? Yeah, kids all love it. My youngest daughter's a little intimidated by it. She always asks me to please not do anything. She was in an accident once, and she's been a little shy of anything car-wise since then. But so I drive extra nice when she's in the car. I drive nice when the kids are in the car anyway, because but extra best behavior when she's in the car. 570 says 400 more subscribers and he buys an 800 horsepower monster. Uh-oh, cool. Everybody check out 570 Experience. Let's get him 400 more subscribers so we can see this 800 horsepower monster. John says, oh man, my eyes are out of focus. John says, what do you plan to do mods for the Challenger? Let's see, just did the tires, did the exhaust thing, did the other exhaust thing. Next up, I think will probably be the just Hellcat lower air box. That's kind of a simple, inexpensive thing. And after that, I don't know. I want to do the strut braces too. Becky, I kind of agree. I think the Challenger will be around for a while at least. As far as Dodge goes, it's it's a good selling product for them. It may not be a huge volume in the whole scheme of cars sales, but for FCA, it does pretty well as far as their, Chad says much gooder behavior when the kids are on board. Yes, you got to be nice when the kids are on board. Take it easy, Boise City. Greg Camacho says, always good content. Joyce says, keep it real. Thank you. That's just me, just normal guy. I don't want to make up any stories or try to be anything that I'm not. Just a dude with a decent car and enjoying doing this with you guys. This is great. So couldn't ask for more. Yeah, everybody check out 570 Experience. We want to see that car. John, you mean Family Cruising? Is Family Cruising not? Yeah, as far as I know, he's not coming back. He pled guilty to a couple of the charges, which was like 30 or 29 charges or whatever the hell it was. And he is not coming back to YouTube. He's got kids and a wife and great job and all that stuff, which I think he lost his job, but I know he's a very skilled computer guy. I'm sure he found something else by now, but hopefully, I hope he did. But yeah, from the last statement that he made to a newspaper or something up there was that he wouldn't be coming back. So I kind of miss his videos. I loved his Hellcat, and when the Hellcat burned up and all that stuff, and then he got the Viper. It wasn't as cool, I didn't think. The Viper was cool too. I got nothing against Vipers. I really liked his purple Hellcat. It was cool, and he always made you laugh and did funny stuff and crazy stuff, and very creative guy when it came to making videos. So you kind of miss that. I think the Mopar YouTube community is kind of missing something now, but he's got little kids to worry about, a lot more important than his YouTube career. So he got a little caught up in it. He started getting bigger and was making some money and doing good. And I think he we all know there's something kind of weird happened there anyway. I think, yeah. 570 says Paul's done. Paul, 570 talks to Paul once a month. He's humble in each chapter. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So he's got to do what he's got to do. He's got kids to worry about. He's got a long life ahead of him and all that stuff. So yeah, John says tall guy bought 3 new cars last week. I saw a couple of things. I think on Facebook or something. People were posting stuff. I haven't watched his channel in quite a while. Yeah, I think family cruising kind of got screwed, and I think that dealership had something to do with the videos being brought to the attention of authorities. And there are literally thousands of YouTubers with car channels that do stuff all the time that's not legal, and they're not all getting arrested. I'm sure that there are police departments seeing some of that stuff, and they're probably going after ones that are being ridiculously crazy. But yeah, for some reason they decided to go after him. But there's a lot of theories on why. Becky says she unsubbed a lot of people who were no longer doing Challenger content or who were just asses. Yeah, I have subbed to quite a few people who had cars that I really liked, and then they just don't have them anymore. So I didn't unsub, but I just don't really notice their videos as much, and they don't get suggested to me or whatever to watch either. So I see what's his name's getting into Corvettes again, which that might bring me back to watching what's his name, guys? Straight Speed 717, yeah. Because he got into the whole supercar thing and then trucks and all that. I just kind of faded away. Nothing wrong with it. He can do what he wants with his channel. He knows what he's doing. But I saw he's got another Corvette now, I think. So that might be something that might interest me again. Yeah. Oh, hey, Greg Camacho. Good night, man. Stay safe and drink water. Yeah, I need to drink water. I do. I got to stop this crap. My biggest weakness. Tall guy got arrested. 570 says tall guy got arrested, begged for GoFundMe money. Yeah, and then buys 3 new cars. Yeah, it's not like he was doing stuff even while he's. I don't want to go into that, but he was doing stuff while asking for money. That was like, okay, if you're, yeah, I don't mind if a guy is asking for GoFundMe money if he needs it, and if he, whatever. I get that, but I don't like seeing them asking for GoFundMe money while they're buying a bunch of crap at the same time and going on trips and doing all this other stuff. And it's like, damn, dude, you can get a pretty good attorney for the money of, JD, good night, man. Catch you on the next. Hey, thanks, JD. Thanks for coming in. Greg Camacho, $1.99. Thank you. He says, thanks for the great videos and keep them coming. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that, man. Can't tell you how much I appreciate that when you guys do that. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, we got to get some collaboration videos going here. Do some video. For sure. Chad Kemp says, thanks, Greg. You're going to drink some water with your hops and barley in it. Yeah. Vincent is going away too. Vincent, take care, man. Catch you on the next one. Joe says good night. Hey, take care, Vincent. Let's see. We got about a couple minutes left. Guys, if you get a chance, I got a video that should be up in about 15 minutes. So if you guys are up that late or whatever, check it out tomorrow. If you can, I'd appreciate it. Kim will be naked in the video, so if it's no, she won't be. I'm just kidding. John Warner says, "Love your content. Keep up the great work. Have a great night." Thank you, John. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You guys this has been a great night. Yeah, 570. I got a different foam cannon with a smaller orifice and stuff and all that stuff too. So yeah, it's foaming up really good now. Much better. The one that came with it just wasn't very good. So, because it came with the reason I bought that pressure washer was because it came with its own foam cannon, but the foam cannon turned out to kind of suck. So I got another one. It has a smaller orifice, which makes a lot more foam and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. Hey, I hope she's not watching. Hemi the Keys. What's up, Hemi the Keys? We're getting ready to wrap things up here in a minute. I got a video coming out in 15 minutes, guys. A new video that I made today. So I keep saying that, but I might start doing that on Sundays instead of putting the video out before the chat. I might have it come out after. We'll see how it goes tonight. If I get some views on there, I don't know. Yeah, you're late to the show, man. You're an hour and a half late. Where the heck were you? You're grounded, young man. Chad, later, man. Thank you, Chad. Thanks for coming in, man. Oh, did you have a long weekend? You've been off since the 4th or something? I didn't get that. I got the 4th off, but I had to go back. Hey, I didn't finish my whole. I usually am done with this about halfway through. But now since Thursday, I was off Thursday and had to go back Friday and part of Saturday. So, but I still liked having Thursday off. That was nice. And I got this coming Saturday off because I'm taking my son back to Omaha, so to the airport. This day has gone by quick, man. It's my only full day off. Yeah, people always come in about this time. Maybe I should start later. I always want to start early because most of the live streams started about 8 o'clock Central Time. So I always think if I go 7:45, I can get mine started a little bit before everybody else and keep a few people around, hopefully. I don't know how successful I've been at that, but I'm enjoying doing it. It's kind of become the time now for me, so that's what we'll stay with. Hey, take it easy 570. Everybody check out his channel. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming in, dude. $8:45. That's right. You're way over on the East Coast. Yep. 8:45 your time, Becky. I mean, the keys forget about it. I do stuff like that too. It's like, oh crap. I kind of like doing it a little bit early too. Like I said before, I can sometimes when I get done here, I can do what I got to do, and I still have time to catch a couple other people's, at least get a little bit of their live stream and check them out. Novitaz usually does one. He's probably still be on for another hour or so. So. Oh, you got new tires? What'd you get? Let's see your picture there. $628 for Strata. So you got all of them for that much money? Damn. That's pretty cheap, yeah. Hopefully they last. Definitely worth trying, though. I mean, hell. Cool. Worth a shot anyway. You never know. It might turn out okay. It might be good. You just might be discovering something new there. Everybody's got all these tires they're getting now. There's different brands that seem to be the hot brands right now to get, depending on how much you want to pay. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I think got another video coming out in 10 minutes, so I think I'll try to get off here before that. And Hemi says they claim 40,000 miles for those tires. That would be good. Yeah, for that price. Dominic, take care. Everybody, take care. Thanks, everybody, for being here, man. I appreciate you so much. And I'll try to get on during the week again like I did last week. That would be fun, at least for like a little short hour and a half or something, whatever, maybe an hour. We'll try to do that during the week. And everybody take care. Appreciate you. Thanks, Becky. And Hemi the Keys and Straight Six and Dominic and everybody who's here. You guys rule. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Good night. Watch the video.